Here we are having the two different questions, that is the matrix match type of questions. Well, let's proceed with the one. Question number 19. For an electron in nth orbit of hydrogen-like atom, atomic number is Z. The quantities given in column 1 are directly proportional to the quantities given in column 2. Match the following column correctly. Quite, I may say, a simple question here it is. Simply what we know, radius of nth orbit, that happens to be a0 n square by z. Other part is v in nth orbit happens to be v0 z by n. From these two informations, well, I would be saying radius of nth orbit. It is very much clear that it is proportional to n square and proportional to 1 by z. Looking into the option, we are not having anything for n square, so I would say for option A, Q is the correct matching. Fine. Now for option B, current due to electron in nth orbit. Current would be I, that would be how much? Total charge Q divided by total time period. It is 2 pi an into Vn. So I will be Q divided by 2 pi. Vn is V0 z by n and an is a0 n square here z. So it is proportional to how much? Z square by n cube. Just looking onto the option, it is coming out to be that option B is matching with here S. For option C, magnetic field at the center due to circulating electron in nth orbit. Magnetic field B will be how much it is? Mu naught I divided by 2a, a being a0 n square into z. We already had this answer for the current there. I would say current was proportional to z square divided by n cube. I'm just writing down the proportionality term. It is z square divided by n cube, and further it is multiplied with z and n square. So I would say it will be proportional to z cube divided by n5. Now for option C, R is the correct matching, and yet again option T is also the correct matching. Fine. Time period of the electron in nth orbit. It would simply be how much it is? Total distance it is 2 pi an. It is a0 n square divided by z divided by speed, that is v0 z into n. So the proportionality is coming out to be on n cube divided by z square. So time period is proportional to n cube. It is p, and just see if we are having something like 1 by z square. That's not there. So these are the correct answers. So matching with A is the option Q, matching with B is S, matching with C is R and T, and matching with D is P. So that's the answer for question number 19. Now we shall proceed to the last and final question, that is question number 20. Here in question number 20, in the shown figure, S1 and S2 are two coherent sources producing intensity I0 individually on screen 1 are placed symmetrically with respect to two screens. S3 and S4 are two small openings on screen 1 at distance D1 and D2 respectively from central line. If I is the intensity of central maxima on screen 2 given in column 1 and corresponding values of D1 and D2 are given in column 2, then match the entries appropriately, given that small d is much more less than capital D and wavelength lambda is much more less than small d. That's the value given here. The small pretext here is the individual intensity produced at these points because of these two sources are I0. Let's say I am saying the amplitude of these two portions reaching here at this point is A0. So A0 square will be proportional to how much? I0. Now, what I can say, if at these 2 points S3 and S4, the interference pattern generated by S1 and S2 are in constructive manner, then intensity will be 4I0. Or if it is in destructive manner, then intensity will be 0 here. And then further on, once we will have the answer for the intensities at S3 and S4, then in accordance with that, we'll be able to calculate the further intensity at the here final point I. Is that confirmed? So we shall proceed in the reverse way. What we are having, the path difference of S1 and S2 at these points. If that is integral multiple of lambda, then constructive interferences would be, or in other way, I'll just find first the value of the fringe width here on this screen. It will come out to be delta W is equal to lambda d by d. Fine. So half the fringe width means how much? The phase difference will be pi, and in accordance with that only, we'll be able to know what exactly the intensity at the point S3 will be. So, well, let's start from this side at the point P, I would say. Point P is D1 and D2 are same, and it is 1/3 of the fringe width. So, the phase difference, 1/3 of fringe width, it simply means for one fringe width, the phase difference happens to be 2 pi. For 1/3, it will happen to be how much? 2 pi by 3. So, there the intensities will be, at this point, I would say I0 plus I0 minus 2 I0 into cos 2 pi by 3. It will come out to be 1 by 2 here, or intensities at these points S3 and S4 will be how much? I0. Fine. Now once the amplitude here is A0 square or intensity is I0, here also it is the same. So at this point, at the central point here, the resulting intensity will be how much? 4 I0, because from here to here they will be interfering in a constructive manner. So it will be 4 I0. So I would say for P, it is the C is the one that is matching with the P. Fine. Now for Q, D1 is half of the fringe width. That means here we are having the destructive interferences, and D2 it is third multiple of half fringe width. So yet again I would say here we are having the destructive interference. That means no light is reaching at these 2 points. So further on this screen we shall have how much? 0 intensity. So I would say Q will be matching with A. Fine. Now for R here, D1 is lambda capital D divided by 2D, that is half the fringe width. So there will not be any intensity here. And for D2 it is 1 evelyn. So at this time we are having how much? 4 I0. So here it is 0, here it is 4 I0. So at this point we shall have 4 I0 intensity at this central point. So I would say R will be matching with C. Now S. D1 is 3 multiple of half fringe width. So here the 0 intensity. D2 is lambda D divided by 3D. That means here the resulting intensity is how much? I0. So along this side, this is 0, this is I0. I will have the I0 here. It will be matching with B. And for the last T here, T is lambda D by T and 2 lambda D by T. That means this is 1 fringe width, this is 2 fringe width. So at this point and at these 2 points, we shall have the constructive interference. So already here we are having the 4 I0, 4 I0, and further at this point we shall have how much? 16 I0. 16 I0, that means the T. Now just reverse this answer. A will be matching with Q, B will be matching with S, C will be matching with P and R, and D will be matching with T. Did you get the answer here? That's the answer for the question number 20. That's the end of this paper. Hope you must have appreciated the solution here, and I wish you all the best for your further preparation. Thank you and